Good morning, everyone. For me, it's 8:11 in the morning. I just woke up a little bit ago and I'm still pretty tired. But it's important for me to get this done early in the morning, so here we are. All right, welcome to my channel. My name is Savannah, and this channel is all about my crafting adventures. Today I am bringing you progress on knitting, cross stitch, and a little bit of punch needle. There's a tiny haul and some shop news. If you are unaware, I do own a website called Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. My small business is dyeing yarn. I mostly just dye fingering weight. And I do try to come up with other fun things to also include in my shop, which I will show later. What else? Okay, so I do have all the social medias. They're linked down below. If you're watching this on your phone or tablet, maybe, right next to the title. I want to say it's on this side when you're looking, I could be wrong, but this side? Or this side, there's a tiny little arrow pointing down next to the title of the video. If you click that, you can get to the description, and I have everything linked down below, all my social medias, and anything that I talk about here that I think is linkable. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I know I showed this finished my last video, so last Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, July 13th, just so we're aware. I showed this last one, but then I blocked it shortly after. I actually haven't worn it since. I just kind of blocked it and then put it away. So here's my Summer Swirl by Wool & Pine. It blocked out really nice. I am still experiencing some trouble with this, these still want to kind of curl in, even though I did pin them down when I blocked them. So that's a little issue, but other than that, this is my sweater. If you are new here, this sweater, all this yarn is from Spectacular Yarns. It was some of her advent colors from last year. She gifted me full skeins of 3 of her advent colors before she moved away. She used to live here. So yeah, these are 3 of her advent colors. And I'm not sure what else to say. My cat is knocking the tripod. Orange, honey. You always have to come and join me when I do my videos, don't you? Let's see if I can carefully. That's weird. There's Orange. He's always coming over to say hi whenever I start a video. Just wants his morning attentions, I guess. Oh yes, you're a cute boy. I love you, Orangey. But you can be kind of a nuisance. Anyways, sorry, distracted. Always distracted. So yeah, no other finished objects for this week. So we'll just go ahead and jump into it. I think I'll start with the punch needle and then cross stitch and then go into my knitting, since that's the most that I have. So punch needle, I don't remember if I talked about this last week. But here's where I'm at. I'm just trying to get it done, really. I'm tired of it just sitting on my desk, being in the way. So I'm trying to just knock it out. And that way I can get rid of all the extra stuff, get this hung up on the wall, and then it's done. I do not think I will be doing another punch needle project anytime soon. I wouldn't say never, because it just has to be like the right thing for me to want to hang on my wall for me to actually, you know, do another punch needle. I just do not enjoy, I mean, it's easy, but I just don't actually enjoy punch needling. So, gotta get this done and just get it up on the wall. This was a kit from Joann's, so it came with everything but the hoop and the actual punch needle. And it has the image right on the fabric, and it has like a little instruction sheet to tell you what colors go in what sections. So yeah, I have just this side to finish right here. And then I want to go back in and fill in a little bit on this, yeah, this area right here, because this is where I started, and it's kind of, you can't tell too much, but it's pretty, when I look at it, I can see some white spots through there. So I just want to go back and fill that in a little bit. Yep, that's it for the punch needle. I'm hoping that'll be done before next Tuesday. Next, I started a new cross stitch piece. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I got my fabric from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. I got that finally. I think I ordered that early May. Yes, early May. And I was informed that the fabric type, like it's a, I think it's a Belfast. I'm assuming it's Belfast because it's a linen. 32 count was on back order. Like the person who owns Fiberlicious, she couldn't get the fabric, so she emailed me and let me know and asked me if I wanted to change to a different type of fabric or just keep waiting. And I told her I'd just keep waiting, and so it finally showed up last week. And you know, it wasn't a problem. I didn't mind waiting like 2 months for it, because it's beautiful and it's perfect. So I'll show you. So the fabric I got is called Aurora, and it's a 32 count linen. That's a big piece. I'm not going to pull it all the way off the Q-snap because it's in there and I don't want to mess with it. But the fabric is, the blue is just, oh, it's going to be see-through. I'll hold it. So this blue is just, it's so fantastic. And then there's a spot of purple in the middle. Again, see-through. I'm so sorry. And the same thing. So it's just a big spot of purple in the middle, and then it's surrounded by the deep blue. I'm sorry that it's so see-through. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so I ordered this fabric for, this is Bella Filipina. And this is, I think it's Mayari. I think that's how that's pronounced. A Deity of the Moon. Absolutely beautiful. So I got to start that. I know this see-through business is no joke. So that's as far as I got. That is just, I would say her hip area. It's not a whole heck of a lot, that's for sure. This thing, she's huge. She is, oh, I didn't bring the information down. This is just the cover picture. And then the fabric tag I threw in there. Everything else is upstairs because that's where I cross stitch. But she's big. All I know is that if I would have gotten the, oh, it's right here. It's 160 stitches wide by 331 stitches tall. And it says to stitch it on 14 count opal Aida, which would make it 11.5 inches wide by 23.5 inches tall, which is like 2 feet, right? Yes, 2 feet. if done on 14 or 28 count fabric. 2 feet. I chose to do it on a 32 count just because I didn't want it that big. I'm still hoping that the beads will fit on here. There's a ton of beads, and then there's 4 different cryonic colors as well. So we'll see how it all works out, but I mean, she's still going to be really big. I would love to be able to work up all the way to the top. I know I keep pulling this up, and the gut, because I'd like to get this all stitched. I mean, it's mostly beads, but get that stitched and then work my way down. But it's, I want to say it's confetti heavy, but it feels like there's a lot of color changes. So I don't know, slow going. It is slow going. I don't have all the Krynic colors for this. So there are spots other than where the beads would go that I am missing. Like in here, there's Krynic. I might have the color. I mean, I have two, like I said, I have two of the colors, but they're up here. So I'm not sure if they'd go in there. So having to jump around and skip is kind of crazy. And this is a very dark, I mean, these colors are pretty dark. So even with a bright light on them and I stitch in the evening, it's a little difficult to count to skip stitches and stuff like that. Especially since, you know, stitching for me is not something I do every single day like I did for the past 5 years. So yeah, that is Mayari. If that is how I am pronouncing that. If that's, and by Bella Filipina. Sorry. So I try to get a little bit done on her every evening. Not last night, but we're gonna see. On to knitting now. We'll go ahead and get this talked about. Let's go ahead with the sweater, because this one, I think this one might go on the back burner for a while. I am not sure yet. Okay, so I'm working on, I believe that's Sev. It's by Isabel Kramer. And it's a really lovely sweater. The pattern's not too difficult. I'm getting through it. But I think, I'm not sure about this yarn. I'm really worried about it. So here's where I'm at. I actually joined the 2 panels under the arms. I did not get very far, and that was because I decided to start a K-drama, a Korean drama on Netflix one day when my kids were, I don't know where my kids were. They weren't home. So I was able to sit upstairs, and I think they went to a friend's house. That's what it was. And I don't like being down here when they're close, but not in the house. So I went upstairs and I decided to put a K-drama on, and it's in Korean, so I got to read subtitles, so I couldn't pay attention to this too much. But I got the front panel finished and was able to connect them under the arm. This is where I was the last time I showed you. So my biggest concern is the fact that this yarn is it 90%? 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca. It is Lion Brand's Touch of Alpaca. It's in the colorway Dusty Blue. And I'm not sure if it'll grow. Questions. Has anybody blocked a sweater halfway through? Like, should I put this on waste yarn, soak and block it and see? Because I'm worried that this is not, like, I can't try it on right now, but that this isn't deep enough for me right here. I don't know if it's deep enough. And the fact that acrylic typically doesn't grow with blocking. At least that's what I've read. I haven't actually made a sweater with acrylic. And I mean, I have way back when I first started knitting. But I didn't know about blocking back then. So I didn't block anything. I no longer have that sweater because that sweater ended up being too small for me. So, because I didn't know anything about gauge swatching either. So yeah, I'm a little worried that that's not going to be deep enough for my armpits. And so it's making me not want to work on this. So we'll see. Oh, excuse me. So I have my little to knit, you know, it's like a little wish list to knit sweater picture right there I put on the wall. Kind of like my goals of what I'm going to knit. I'm debating on just picking another one off of there and starting that. And just putting this to the side. Honestly, I need to get this sweater done too. Again, turning the camera, sorry. It just needs sleeves. I need to pick this off of the form and do 30 minutes a day on the sleeves. I really need to, get that done. I started that last November. So, anyways, again, little cable detail in the front and one down the back. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but I have not been feeling it lately. And there's no need to punish myself to finish this if it's not what I'm, you know, it'll be like a punishment to force myself to knit something I'm not interested in. Next is a shawl. It's the Hyundai Shawl. I know I show this every week. I'm debating if I should stop showing it and just get bigger progress done on it, but I don't know. Not a whole heck of a lot this past week. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. No wonder. That's smart. I should not have stopped in the middle of a round because mosaic knitting. Fun. Sorry, guys. I just got... There's my progress keeper. Okay, yeah. So I didn't have any of the mosaic last time I showed you. I didn't even get through a full repeat. Nope. I didn't even get through a full repeat of the mosaic. I just did very little. Not sure why. I'm not sure why. Okay, so the yarns for this one are Sewlivi yarn, which is my yarn, in the January color of the month, Persephone, and February's color of the month, Hades. So yeah, that's what these are. I'm probably gonna have to cake up the second skein of that one soon. But this is where I'm at. It'll get done soon. Just need to get through this mosaic spot, because once I get through this mosaic spot, all that will be left for mosaic will be the border, and that doesn't look too difficult. We'll see. Next whip is another shawl. I did put it in I ended up putting it in this bag from Knit Picks that I got during their sale. It fits everything just nicely. So this is the Ice Cream Social shawl by Lisa Ross. I showed this last week. It's a knit along for my yarn store, my local yarn store, You and Me, a yarn boutique. They started this on July 4th, and so I joined in. This lace is very intense. Very intense. So I'm a little slow going with it. I started in on the 3rd color. Still looks like a thong or a pair of underwear, kind of, which is funny to me. But yep, my first 3 colors. So the white is just a bare yarn. It's one of my bare yarns that I typically dye on, like my bare yarn base. Yes. And I typically dye over this, but I left it bare for this. And then the colors are minis from Yarn Bee. And the colors, all of them together were called Fridays in Florence. They're all fingering weight yarns. So yep, first one, nice dark red. I'm trying to stretch it out so you can see the like the lace bit, but it's kind of hard with these colors. I also put one of my new stitch markers, the little crystal ones from Knit Picks. I put that on there as well. And then I started into the green section. Yep, not very far in, obviously. They're just getting bigger and bigger. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I really am tired. Yep, I don't know what else to say about that. Oh, I did have to move over to the bigger, longer needles because the ones I was using was just, it got too small. Everything felt cramped. I couldn't move the yarn around on the cable very easily, so yeah. That's all I can really say about that one, I guess. Last two are sock whips. So I haven't worked much on this one. I really need to because these are my January socks for, why do I always say January? July. These are my July socks for the Rainbow Sock Chronicles. I really need to get them going. I'm doing the There and Back Again socks by Dawn Catone. Mine are not going to be 2-color. Mine are actually 5 colors. So I'm almost done with this first sock. Look. I'm actually into the, yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, I started the color work with the fifth color. So I got the toe. So there's 1 color, 2 color, 3 color, which is in the heel. 4 is this pink, and then 5 is this beige color. These yarns are from, what is going on here? Oh, I don't understand why these come apart. These yarns, yes, they're a Sweet Georgia Party of 5, and the colorway is called Seashore. So, yep. I just need, I'm honestly that close to being finished. I have 25 more rounds and then the cuff, and then I'm done. I just need to work on it. I'm doing these on 9-inch circular needles, the US 1 2.25 millimeter, which makes it a little bit slower for me. This heel was part of the pattern. It is a, what is it called? Just a short row heel, which I'm not, yeah, just a short row heel. I'm not, I haven't done many of these. It was a little different because I was having to wrap stitches like twice, duplicate, and then knitting 3 together. I don't know, we'll see how it works. I can't try it on because the 9-inch circulars, but we'll see how it works. Yeah, it looks a little strange. Anyways, so yeah, that is my progress. What else? All right, last pair of socks. So this is, well, this week is sock week, which is, Shark Week, so sock week. The whole deal is Natalie of Knitty Natty is holding this thing called Shark Week. The whole goal is to knit 1 sock in a week. So you knit, you cast on. Cast on was Sunday, and then you have until next Sunday to finish it. I can get a pair of socks done in a week. It's just with everything going on, I don't think that's going to happen for me. But I did need to cast on this second sock for my Zauberball socks. That's what I'm calling them. I already had this one done. I needed to cast this one on and get it going, so I did. I cast on, so she did a cast on party midnight her time, New York Eastern time. But she said if you're joining in, doesn't matter what time it is for you, just go ahead and cast on and it counts. So that was 10 o'clock Saturday night for me. So I went ahead and cast on that night and did about 3 or 4 rounds of the cuff. And then all of Sunday I did the rest of the cuff and all the way to the green stitch marker. That was Sunday. So that's my whole leg, because the green stitch marker, or well, this little mushroom, that is where I will be putting my heel in. So that'll be where the heel goes. And then yesterday I did from there down. I just got a couple more rounds left for my foot, and then I can put my toe in. So I've been mostly just focusing on this, nothing else really, just trying to get this sock finished for sock week. The yarn is, like I said, it is this Shopel? Is that how it's pronounced? Zauberball Crazy. And I believe the colorway is called Wallpaper Change. It's in German. You won't be able to see that. Here, Tappen Weschel? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. This is what I have left of my ball, because it comes in a giant ball. This is what's left. It feels like a good substantial amount of yarn in there, so I'm wondering if I could get another pair out of this, like a shorty pair. I don't know. Like I said, I still have, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. So I got about 15 more rounds before my toe, and then plus the heel. So who knows? I did an afterthought heel, so that's what obviously I'll be doing. 60 rounds for the leg, 60 rounds for the foot, and I did 20 rounds 2x2 ribbing. That's what I did for these socks. I am noticing though that the afterthought heel, as much as I love the afterthought heel, I don't think it fits me very well, honestly. Just kind of a bummer. Granted, this hasn't been washed and black yet, so I should wait and reserve my feelings for it until after. But I put this on last night and it just felt really tight. Like I felt like I was stretching out this stripe all across my the top of my foot really badly. But again, it hasn't been washed and blocked yet, so I need to reserve judgment. And I've made so many like afterthought heel socks, so I'm just like, it's never really been an issue before. So, but I do have a couple of socks that have the heel flap and gusset. It's just that's not something I've memorized how to do yet, so I just like my afterthought because I don't have to worry about it until later, and I haven't memorized. I know exactly what to do. So yeah, that sock needs to get finished. If I had the willpower, I'd go ahead and get that sock finished. I'd get this sock finished and then get that second sock cast on and finish that before Sunday. Yeah, right? Yeah, right. I don't think that is something doable for me. Unless I sat down and focused strictly on doing all that. But the 9-inch circulars, those cramp my hands. I can't work as fast. Okay. We'll go ahead and talk about my little itty bitty haul real quick, and then the shop update. Okay, so I got 2 skeins of yarn in the mail yesterday, which was unexpected. I knew one of them was being delivered yesterday, but then the other one was in there too, so I'm just like, oh, hey, cool. This rocks. So the first one, this is the surprise one that was in there. I mean, I know I ordered it, I just didn't know it was out for delivery. This one Sorry, I'm trying to find everything that came in this package. I ordered yarn from Rose Hill Yarns. This is the one I thought was coming last week, but what came? Oh, when I said I had something in the mail last Tuesday, it ended up being my order from Crazy Sock Lady. I ordered the summer sock pin, like the little enamel pin, and another pair of sock needles, Chiagu US 1 2.25 millimeters, 32 inch. I ordered another pair, so I have it, so I don't have to worry. It wasn't this yarn that I thought it was. This came yesterday. Rose Hill Yarns. They are located in Canada. This yarn, it was a impulse buy because of Miss Jen of Spectacular Yarns, but it's absolutely gorgeous and I love it. So this is what I got. It's called Snow Melt. So it was really cool. She had like two options. You could get a 50-gram skein with one mini, or you could get it with 2 minis. But the thing is, I didn't realize this is actually 100 grams. This one is 100 grams. It's very tightly wound, so it still looks like 50 grams, but I weighed it. It is 100 grams, and you have 2 minis. So I'm just like, that's 2 pairs of socks right here for me. How awesome. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And these are 20-gram minis. And again, it's called Snow Melt. I just thought these colors were absolutely gorgeous. Jen got some really, she got this one with, I think, this mini. But then she also picked another one that was like a cheesecake. I think it was called something cheesecake. It was like a bright pink and neon yellow and white. It's so pretty. But yeah, I picked this one. It's just so tightly wound, but it's really lovely. And then the one I knew that was coming, oh, sorry, wait. And it also came with soak, a little sample of soak in, sorry, my cat is being weird with the box. I don't think I've smelt this one. I have soak, but I have the lacy scent one. So I'm excited to try this and see what this smells like. All right, now the package that I knew that was coming, I was very excited about. Very excited about. So I ordered yarn from Gauge Dye Works. This is their little card. And it's cute. It says that you can cut this little puzzle out and do whatever you want with it, like play around with it. And it says the image on the front is a tangram. For the afternoon of fun, take a pair of scissors and cut up this card. Create your own minimalist art or search online for tangram puzzles to solve. So Gauge Dye Works, and then they were talking, like they have this little bit here about shawls, classic, and sweaters. So the way they dye their yarn is incredibly interesting. I have no idea how they do any of this stuff, which I'm about to show you. So I went on their website last night because I wanted to see what else they had, because I didn't look around when I ordered this. I saw this elsewhere, went straight to the website and ordered this. But they dye their yarn a specific way that when you knit a certain type of object, say it's a sweater or a shawl, it's supposed to do the color the exact way it shows you, which is super cool. So I ordered this one, which doesn't look like much right now. This one is called Our Solar System. And I didn't realize this when I ordered it. But there was 2 different listings for this yarn. 2 different listings. I don't understand why it wasn't just one listing and then a drop-down option. But 2 different listings. One is called Round Trip and one is called One Way Trip. Round Trip is for matching socks and One Way Trip is for hats and scarves. So, I wasn't paying attention. You can't see it. I'm sorry. It always, I don't know why I don't remember that it's not going to focus. I got the Round Trip, which is only for socks, matching socks. The One Way is for hats and scarves, like I said. Ooh, Sorry, it says see reverse for details. This is merino twist fingering, so it's 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. Their skeins come in 115 grams or oh my gosh, it's bigger. 140, I think. Oh, see, I'm gonna pull this apart for you so you can see. I do have a bigger card I'll show in just a minute, but this explains the round trip and the one way. So round trip, you have it the same way, or you know, obviously goes back, and then one way is just the same. The one way, so that's super cool. Let me get this back on here and I'll show you the big card. What makes this yarn incredibly fascinating and why I needed this immediately. Gauge Dye Works is also in Canada, just so you're aware. So it comes with this little package, and in there you get a little leather tag that says our solar system, and that has the logo for Gauge Dye Works. So you can put this on your item. But the way that they dyed this yarn is each color represents a planet, and then this is the sun. So you got the sun, and then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and they included Pluto. That is very important to me, that they include Pluto. But the awesome bit is all the light gray areas represents 50 million kilometers, right? Is it kilometers? Yeah, it has to be kilometers, right? I'm sorry if I'm wrong. And then all the dark gray spots represent 500 million kilometers. And then you got all these as well, what those colors represent. Obviously, other than, you know, because Jupiter is such a large planet, so they have all the light orange represents 5,000 kilometers. All I can think of is kilowatts. That's not correct. Kilometers? I really think that's wrong, and I'm so sorry if it is. And then the dark orange lines represent 50,000. And then this dark yellow one, the sun, the dark yellow one, is 500,000. But like, how awesome is that? Like, how cool? Like, how do you come up with that? Like, how do you dye like that? Like, just absolutely awesome. So on their website, they explain how to do the socks. Like, they break it down. So you knit, you start here. Well, actually, you can do either or. You can start here. But they have a section after Pluto where there's a spot where you can cut the yarn. So you have two separate balls. So you can make your socks matching. And you can choose which way to go, if you want Pluto at your toe and this at your cuff, or if you want this at your toe and this at your cuff. So they do break it down and explain to you how to work these socks, this yarn, which is super awesome. They do recommend an afterthought heel, just so that you don't mess up with the stripes for this yarn. And they do give you enough, that chunk, there's a chunk after Pluto, after this line, there's a chunk of this gray. They give you enough to do your afterthought heels. So that's super awesome, to be honest. Super awesome. I'm very excited about this. Like, it's just fascinating that they've figured that out. Okay. Sorry, I know I gushed about this yarn for like a long time, but how can you not? It's a solar system. They included Pluto. It's so cool. Okay. Shop update real quick. There are 2 more days after today to still be able to, pre-order the July color of the month for the Lore Olympus color of the month club. So there's 2 more days left in this month to order that for July. And then pre-orders will be shut down. I believe on Friday morning I'm going to shut that down. And what is my cat doing? Oh, my cat is so weird. So that's done. That's done. If you miss the cutoff date, don't worry. I always bring them back as die to order once the month has passed and everybody has received their, or at least I hope everybody receives their color, their yarn. Yes. And okay, so the new thing that's come to my shop are decals. So these ones were just tests yesterday to see how they look once cut up, and how much work it is for me to make these decals so that I can price them accordingly. Everything is fine. Everything is worked out. So I'll go ahead and show you what I have. I don't have the word decals cut out, tested, because those aren't that difficult. So I'll insert those here. I'm going to insert them on this side. Decals. I made these word decals. You can choose from any of these that you want. These decals are made from high quality glossy vinyl that is graded to be permanent for 6+ years. But yeah, so here's, I think all these first ones are knit related. So we have this one. It's the knit ball with yarn ball with flowers. We have this one. It's it looks funny. It just says knitting with a needle and a heart with some knit stitches that look like hearts. This is the one that I have on my vehicle. Just knit fabric. And I really like this one. I really like, sorry. So I'm changing a few of these buttons because these little tiny dots, they don't stay very well. So I changed some of these buttons. So if you order this one, there won't be buttons. It'll just be these little circle dots, kind of to fill in the areas. But, just knit life. That's what I'm calling it, I think. Super cute. I really like this one. So those were the knit ones. And these are only in color because I didn't want to waste all my white. If you do order from me, these all come in, you'll get them in white. And they'll be roughly 4 to 6 inches in size, depending on what looks best for each image. What else? I think that's it, and these are the crochet ones. So yeah, like I said, I cut these in color because I didn't want to waste all my white. We got the crochet hair bun. We got this crochet pattern. I thought this would be pretty interesting to put on like a card for decal, because only crocheters would really know what this is. We have another yarn ball with flowers, but it's the crochet version. The flowers are different. This one's almost look like little peony buds, so that's what they kind of look like. And then we have a granny square being crocheted. So that kind of correlates with this guy. I thought this was pretty cool. So because I cut these ones up, and I'm not going to put all these on my car, these are going to be a giveaway. I'm unsure if I'm going to do I can do a giveaway here, but I know I don't have enough followers, subscribers, people who watch my video to win all these. So I guess we'll go ahead and do a giveaway here, and whatever else is not won will go on for a giveaway on my Instagram. So if there's any you'd like on here, what we're going to do is use the word decal. Yeah, we're going to do that, decal, and I'll pick as many as there are, and then I'll let you choose. So the first person who says decal, or the first person I that is randomly chosen with the word decal, will get to choose one of these 8. One of these 8, crochet or knit. All these colors will still work on like a dark window of a car if you want to put it on your car. These also work great on tumblers, on laptops, on tablets. What else? I mean, you can really put them anywhere. I do not recommend putting these on a wall. They will peel your paint. But anywhere you're comfortable with putting a decal, remember this is the permanent decal, rated to last 6+ years if needed. So yeah, but you can choose whichever one you like, and I'll just go down the list, and if there's not enough people who commented to win all these, I will put the rest on Instagram. That is how I'm going to do this, because I don't need all these decals. And then you can order these on my website. So I have them under accessories on my website, and they're all there. They're very decently priced. The most expensive one is this one, just because of the actual labor that goes into this to make it, to weed out all the extra vinyl. That's what I should say. It takes a long time. There's a lot of small bits. But yeah, I think that's it. My decals are now available on the website. I'm still working up for that sock machine, guys. So thank you everybody who does order from me. I really appreciate it. Oh, I did sell all of my 4 Milo sock yarn that I have. I mean, I can dye up more, and that's not a problem. So I did sell the 2 that I had, which is great, so that I can donate to heterotaxiconnection.org. I think that's correct. Yes, I think that's what it's called. It doesn't sound right, but I'm sure it's that. heterotaxiconnection.org. I'm going to be donating the 10% from each sale of the 4 Milo colorway to that organization in Jen's name. Well, Milo's name, Jen's son. So yes, that is it, I think. Oh, almost an hour long. Ooh, we'll edit, maybe edit magic. All right, guys. Thank you for being here and watching this video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. All of that means everything to me. It does. It really does. I enjoy making these videos so that I can put them out there for anybody to watch. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.